Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and welcome to part 2 of my AFL fantasy team for 2015. And I've selected my whole team now. There's a lot of changes. Actually, I selected this probably 4 or 5 days ago, so there's probably ideas going to change. But I feel with the season starting in 63 days, I'm not going to focus on it too much unless you want to see a lot of videos, guys that's going to be on my radar. And yeah, leave your thoughts if you want to see... Yeah, if you want to see videos throughout the season, if you're interested enough for me to basically show you the ins and outs of how things are going for me every week, the plan would be for me to do a review video of the week, like on a Monday or a Tuesday, probably Monday, because that's when everybody's looking through their results. Probably not Sunday night, probably on the Monday morning or something, I don't know. I'll do a video, we'll see how it goes, and then a preview. So 2 weeks, yeah, the preview will be previewing my trades, but sometimes I might not make the trade yet because, you know, the late changes and stuff, but at least I'll do what I plan to do unless there's a disaster, someone's out or whatever, might change my tune on what I want to do. But yeah, if you want to see that on this and Supercoach, I probably won't do the real Dream Team one because it's really similar, like the AFL Fantasy, and it's probably not as popular like as people would search for. Supercoach and AFL Fantasy, I think I'll just cover. But yeah, leave your thoughts anyway, what you'd like to see throughout the season and throughout the preseason. Like I said, does anyone know when the NAB Cup starts? NAB Cup? I'll see when it starts later, but if you want me to cover NAB Cup, cover results and that kind of stuff, and by that I mean like players that perform well and players that look good to me. Sometimes players that may not post the score, but they look alright, look like they're going to be a good player this season. We'll see. But anyway, you may look at the team and you may think I look a bit weak in the midfield, and this is the kind of strategy I went into Supercoach last season. It was probably the most successful season I've had in Supercoach. I know it's a different game, but similar strategy that I've had for maybe 3 seasons, most successful. And you can really see, and this season's going to suit it, I feel, going strong up front. In the forwards, with your 6 forwards, look at this. You got Goddard, Deledio, Robbie Gray, Buddy, Dane Swan, and Dustin Martin. And there's probably other few guys I wanted in there as well. You've got the rucks there. Where are we? If I click on forwards, there's heaps of quality forwards. This is without... Who don't I have selected? Look at all the guns. There's even Jimmy Bartel up there as well. Chapman, Rui. There's so much talent there. You can't fit them all in, but... You got Sirioli as well. A lot of players that can post scores. But that's what I mean. You got Goddard, Deledio, Robbie Gray, Buddy, Swan, and Dustin Martin. Like, I wouldn't want to start the season without one of those guys. Like, I couldn't bring myself. I thought I'd just for fun do that. Like I said, that was the method I did last year in Supercoach. Go strong, but I think it was 5. I went with 5 starters, 5 premiums. And then just one like rookie or something, or a mid-price, I can't really remember. Might have been like a Sean Higgins or something, which I made profit of course. But still, like when I selected those, I couldn't bring myself to drop one of them. Like Goddard, nup, you wouldn't want to drop him. Deledio, nup. Robbie Gray, only getting better and better. Hopefully, yeah, getting out of his injury proneness. He's 22 games played last season. Really, really good. And last 5 rounds average, you look at that. If it comes back on. I have to click. Oh, yeah, okay. I have to click on it. Sorry about that. Yeah, last 3 rounds average. Okay, last 5 rounds as well, 102. So yeah, he finished the season strong. And then you got Buddy, of course, amazing player. Don't even need to say it. Dane Swan will be looking to recover from his poor season last season, but still averaging 93 for a forward's really good. And then you got Dustin Martin. Again, he's one of those younger types stepping up, and he's only going to get better as a player. He's only going to get better as a player. He's not going to get worse. So that's the scary thing for Dustin. I think he's a talented player. So, yeah, I think it's a good method. It's a bit different, of course. And this is my account kind of... Well, one of them. I have another account, like, because I'm going to be making videos on this for the preseason. At least that other account is to basically focus on certain areas of players that perform well. So it's not my actual account. And I'll just delete it once the season starts, just for YouTube purposes. That's a different account I have. But yeah, I'm going to alter this if I don't think it's a good idea. If I notice another way, because you look at the midfielders, you probably want some more strength in there. But this is what I mean. you've got more rookies in there and a couple mid-prices in Van Berlo and Rich, who are incredibly underpriced. They've never averaged over 100, I think. Maybe Van Berlo a couple seasons, but Rich, I don't think so. But they're definitely going to increase. They're valued at, I'm not sure what their average is, maybe around 60 or something, or less than that. They're going to increase for sure. Then you've got rookies, hopefully will play. You've got Newton, Freeman, Cripps. I support Carlton, so I know about Cripps, Dumont. Who else? Vandenberg as well. He's for Melbourne, isn't he? Yeah, plays for Melbourne. So these are the kind of guys I've seen in people's teams. So I've just chucked them in, and hopefully, yeah, they're going to be players that's going to play. If not, you can just do a quick trade when the teams are announced and put the according players in that are going to be playing games. So those kind of players are going to turn into premiums. That's what I feel. That's the method I've gone with anyway. And even in defense, you've got. I'm a bit unsure about it, to be honest. Luke Hodges, he's still getting older, but he's still an amazing player. James Kelly as a defender this season. He's still going to be posting decent scores because he is a midfielder, technically. And then you got Seedsman. He's a guy, like I talked about. We were on the lookout, weren't we? Last year pre-season, but then he got injured, and then, yeah, the plans were ruined. And this is what I mean. This is the interesting thing about him. When selecting, a big thing people talk about is don't worry about preseason form. Preseason form can be misleading. Go on previous season form or whatever. But last season, he was injured. Hardly played. So how many games did he play last season? He played 9 games. He was coming back from his injury and stuff, so was affected. But the previous season, before that, he was averaging like 70-something, and he was coming up as a young player. And yeah, he had some really, really good games, over 100 scores, so, and some decent 70s and 80s, so he could be alright. Again, with Fuller, I'm not sure if he's going to play. Again, he was one on the radar, wasn't he, as a rookie last year. And Bulldogs, you think, yeah, they need a rebuild or something like that. And if he doesn't, either one of them will play. Hopefully Dick, someone, or Clurry, maybe, or Clury, however you say his name. Beau Waters, he's always been one who's been in and out, injury prone. Hopefully can have a good season, though. Brendan Whitecross as well. He's a guy that's obviously, I don't think he'll be. It really depends. It really depends because, again, he missed last season. Did he play at all? He didn't play, yeah? Yeah, he didn't play at all. I was pretty sure about that. The previous season, I think it was alright. So it really depends how he scores. If he's scoring like consistently, if he's getting 80s and 90s, sometimes 100, I'd keep him there. But if he just increases in his value, but not really smashing out amazing scores, I'll probably, yeah, upgrade him. But I'm still, I'm thinking twice about it. Like, you got Hodge, Kelly, then you've got Seedsman and Waters. I may want to rejig that a little bit if I am going to for sure going in with this method. I think this is the season to do it. Even more so than last year, when you've got those amazing players, those amazing forwards. Like I said, I'm not sure how I'm going to, like, who I'm going to drop out of. Sorry, Goddard, can you go away? There you go. You got Goddard, Deledio, Gray, Franklin, Swan, and Martin. I can't bring myself to drop one of those guys, and you're going to be posting big scores with those. And yeah, you got cheap rucks. Yeah, cheap rucks this year can allow for that with Leuenberger and Cruiser, Ablett. I got Barlow in there and Pendlebury. They're going to bring in big scores consistently. If I was going to go with this, I wanted to get in midfielders, expensive midfielders, of course, that you know are going to get the job done, and they definitely are. I think Pendlebury is slightly underpriced as well. Like, for me, he could average the same as Ablett, I feel. And he's another guy that's not going to get worse. He's only going to get better, even though he is better already, one of the best players. Arguably, in my opinion, very close to Ablett. I think he's the second best midfielder in the league. That's my opinion. And I'm a Carlton supporter, so that's saying a lot. But anyway, I think I'm going to end it here. And like I said, this is not a true indication of my final team. Just want you to know that. It's going to be... But I'm not sure when I'm going to make the next video on this unless you have some ideas on what you want to see. Because it's still... Yeah, what is it again? 63 days till the season starts. I'll check when the NAB Cup starts. Or you can just leave a comment when it starts. And yeah, I won't have to check that out. But yeah, definitely NAB Cup. Around NAB Cup, you'll see some more videos because I don't really have many ideas. And like I said, you probably think, yeah, this is a different setup with having, 6 premiums up front. But I feel as though, like I was mentioning, you can make a lot of money in the midfield with a lot of rookies and mid-prices that are going to grow. Like Rich, and they're more so, I'm not going to call them mid-price, they're kind of underprices. That's what I'm going to call them. Van Berlo and Rich, they're underprices. I don't think, like, mid-prices are about 300, 400k maybe, in my view. And these guys are almost as rookie almost there, because you can see some prices of these guys. The prices of the rookie players are inflated a little bit than previous seasons, in my opinion. Like, you got Cripps 163, you got Newton. I suppose these are guys that have played already, but it's hard to find like those 120k guys. Remember, they used to be like 84k guys or something. Like, they're around, in my memory, there's like, they used to be under 100. Definitely, there used to be, yeah, the rookie price players there. So interesting. Anyway, I'm just going on a bit here. This is why I probably could make, yeah, Dream Team videos, or AFL Fantasy and Supercoach. AFL Fantasy, it's called now. Like, I can keep talking about my team. Like, I'm sure, like you guys, you can sit looking at your team 8 hours a day or something, something incredibly long like that. But I think it's a bit pointless now. With 60 days remaining, you can go through. That's why I have another team just to play through with some ideas, and I may show that. A couple of different, like, this is not for sure. It's not for sure I'm going with this. I'm even messing around with a couple other strategies I might show you guys, but we'll see. You know, we'll see how that's going to go. So I'll leave it here. Leave your thoughts on at least the strategy behind it. The strategy behind it, not the players specifically, even though the core of the players are going to be there. Hopefully, yeah, none of those forwards, those big premiums, will get an injury. That's what I hope. Hopefully, Leuenberger and Cruiser as well. Even those guys are a bit injury prone. I just want them to make a bit of money, and then if they get an injury, you can, yeah, obviously promote them to a better guy. It really depends how the season is going, of course, but midfielders is where a lot of the upgrades are going to be, and even defense. I'm not sold on it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if people say my defense is crap. Like, I'm not sold on it myself. So there may be a couple of changes, but having 33k. You can't really just change too much right away. You have to alter, yeah, somewhere else. But we'll see how it goes either way. Leave your thoughts on this structure, and I'll see you guys next time.